And we are live. Alrighty. Hey, everybody. I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Now, today. Hey, David. Forgot to add. Most rude of me. Dearie me. We are getting the fuselage of the Bf 109A together. Now, along the way, I discovered a small, well, actually not a small, it's a pretty significant issue we need to address on the P51B, and we're going to do that as well. Something I shall make mention of is that at the moment I have a batch of shortbreads in the oven, or shortbread cookies. So at some stage I am going to go, I need to take them out. I'm doing a bit by smell at the moment. There shouldn't be too much longer, but at some stage that'll happen anyway. Now, bringing you around. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, yeah. When I spoke to the admissions nurse, I made no bones about the fact that when I came out of surgery, and that I was going to be needing coffee. She said they could get me one within half an hour, which ain't too bad. Now that you're around here, I'm going to need to zoom in to show you this. The reason I became aware of this is because I was having a bit of a tinker with seeing how the wings go in. Now, our issue, let's see if I can get you a good shot of this, is, now, if you look there, I mean, that's not good anyway. But if you look here, more importantly, that gap leads to a significant gap. Can I get the angle? I can there. And you'll see how there's a triangle shape. That triangle shape fits into another triangle shape, or corresponds, on the wings. And of course, if it's like that, it won't fit. But if we get those together thusly, now you're going to say, but you're using quite a lot of force. Yes, I am. But I have a cunning plan. We should do the proportion. And that's good enough as a Baldrick impersonation. One of these. I've seen if it will hold it together at the right point. Tick, it will. Now, I actually originally purchased these to hold Lancaster wings together, I think it was. I was having it's a long story. Anyway, they didn't do the job, but they reckon they'll do the job here. So this we'll use. First, what we'll do, however, is I've just noticed something. We've got some P51B canopies here, or bits of them. And they should be put somewhere safe, they should. Yes, they should. Now, and the safest place is our get-off blue box of bits. Now, next. This carnage on the desk is pretty much one of the last things that I have left to pack, which is not entirely surprising. I'll be doing that over the next few days, though. This will be the last stream that we do on the planes or the car until I get out of hospital. Until then, we'll use the Viking. Now, what I want to do first is put the floor of our 109 in. Now, that's one piece. So there we go. Nice and easy. Now, give me a moment as I wish to very quickly have a goosey gander at my shortbreads. before we get too far into things. I tell you, I'm sure you're familiar with my groans and grumbles about arthritis. What do we got? Oh yeah, they're good. Certainly the top ones are. Okay, sir, they're solid. I'll check them. Oh, yeah, they're well done. That's fine. Possibly even a little overdone, if anything. That's okay. These ones, let's have a look. Well, I might be able to take them out. Not quite yet. No, they're still a little soft. Alrighty. Which means I'll need to duck over again in due course. But that will be it. Give them about another 10 minutes, I'd suggest. Now, next, come here. Now, this. Can you? There we go, maybe. And right now. There we go. At the end of the day, it's a glue and put in, isn't it? Let's not be shy now. Glue, put in, and hold. As always, I overthink these things. All right. Now, deep breath, and we'll do this. Glue. Such a nervous Nelly with things that in truth should be routine, you know. Let's see how our glue's travelling. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. I'll stop right there for sure. Yeah. No. Come on. Overthinking. Oh, fuck's sake! Why is it that whenever you get the glue on, the fist goes up your clacker? Fucking. Fortunately, I didn't lose any of that. And I'm now stretching out into a position that is really bad for my back. But almost. Why am I finding this so fucking hard? There we go. Yeah. Finally. Ouch. Oh, hey, Big Racer, how you doing? As you can see, I was just having a bit of a faff around with the floor there. Oh, that wasn't good for my knee or my back. But the floor is in. Let me get close to where I should be again. Deary, deary me. All right, and in we come. Let me just... Yeah. Thing about I find with floors is it can't... There we are. Yes, much nicer. Yes, we have a winner. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And despite dropping the bloody floor, everything stayed on. That's pretty happy making. Okay, I'll give you a zoom in. Oh, hey, Brian, how you doing? Montreal. Well, as I say to all Canadians at the moment, and you're no 51st state, man. Now, yes, I'm actively in favour of Canada and Australia, New Zealand and the UK forming a let's see if we can get a bit of a better look in there. So we got all that on the side. Actually, it's not a bad looking cockpit really, is it now? And as you can see, it is in its correct position after all that faffing around. Oh, hey Pete, how you doing? Now, and it's a little high. Maybe just a shade. I'm sorry, I get very particular about these things. Now, mind you, you do need to be, don't you, really? There we are. Yeah, pretty. Boom. All right, we'll let that settle. Now, let's tidy this up, because otherwise our wings will simply not... Now, what... For those who... actually, you can see straight away there. P51B. Now, the issue we have here, for those who did not hear my earlier explanation, is centered on this little triangle here, which locks the wings in. Hang on, I should do... Give me a... Not that. Here we go. Focus, damn you. There we go. Stop that. These bended fat. There we are. That'll do us. Right there. You can see there's a gap, and there's a triangle there that fits into the wings to lock them in place. Now, that gap, unsurprisingly, is a problem. Now, what we can do to fix that is, or they will go together, however, thusly. Now, that, of course, requires a bit of force and a bit of locking. Easy. Because some while ago, hey, cutie guy, how are you doing? What I purchased, in fact, probably, I reckon it was on my first link, was one of these. In fact, I got I think I might actually have 4 of these. But the point is I'm only going to need 1 of these. And what we're going to do, and I have already put this to the test, excuse me while I get a mouthful of coffee. Yeah, I'm good. Oh, nice. Tamiya kits are always nice. I've got a 262 Airfix. I think it's one of their recent cuts, I hope. Because I should do one. I mean, they are a classic aircraft. Coffee. Now, what we're going to do. What we're going to do is come around this way. Glue in. Come on now. There we go. Bing. Now, get a clamp into position. Come here, you. Stop that knees bent advancing, but stop that! I ask you. I've gone too far out with it. Hang on. Oh, why is it, again, always when you've got the glue in position? Now, there we go. Right, now, as you can see, we should now, with a bit of luck, and I'll do a little bit of filing if necessary, be able to get our wings in. Well, hopefully the glue will work its magic. It will, and seal that up for us. I'll be your first 262. Okay. Oh yeah, monogram 148. Okay. There's only a few aircraft that I build lots of. Now, in this instance, or as you, now comes the question: how do I lie that down? Fuck. That's a bit of a tricksy one. I don't know if I. Trixie. I know. Give me a moment. Maybe you can. I'll show you once I've got it in position. Yeah, that'll do it for the time being. Got it sort of propped up over there. Yeah. Alrighty, now zoom out again. Yeah, I mean, aircraft that I've got multiple 109s. I've got 4 109s at the moment. This will be my 5th, and then I'm going to go through the whole string again. So there'll be another 7, 8. I've got 2 Spitfires. But again, I'm going to go through the whole sequence of combat variants, and even then there's about 7, including reconnaissance. I've got 2 Lanks. While I only have 1 B-17 completed, I have another 2 kits. I have a Mustang, and obviously that one that we just worked on will be my 2nd, and there'll be another 2. They're the only things I sort of like doing. Yes, the old space purge. Space, that's actually why I do 1:72 kits more than any other factor, mate. Now, I don't want to go put the other half of the fuselage on just yet, but what we can do is have a bit of a goosey gander. Actually, here's a question. Yeah, you know what? Give me a moment. Give me a moment, chaps. Because, unless I'm very much mistaken, here are the canopy parts. Now, I've completed the canopy on the... this is a little intriguing. There are 4 canopy parts. Is there a... Give me a moment. Slight... No, they're just... For some reason, there's... Okay, it's D1 we require for the front. Now, they do supply us with masks on this one. I don't generally roll with masks because I figure by the time I've got them on, D1 is that one. Alrighty. 9 times out of 10, it would be just as easy for me to hand paint them. That's a bit of a boning. Now, must say, I'm a little, yeah, they're CADs, unless, give me a moment. Yeah, nice one, guys. That's an okay. That's genuinely annoying. Okay, I'll explain what I'm grumbling about. Give me a moment. Or maybe I'm... No. They are indeed CADs. Now... I'll show you my irritation. And then I may have a solution. Actually, no, I don't. If you look closely in here, you'll see that there is no real guiding points on our... Already lost one of these front canopy parts. Anyway, there are no guides for those bars that it would appear, as you can see for yourself, there. Yes, I'm sure you can understand. I'm a bit grumpy about that. Now, I've got a huge stash, mate. I've got to reduce it. I could actually, it's halfway tempting to take you for a stroll and show you the whole lot. But I have to do that another day and get it a bit more organized. Now, what my solution to this might be, because there may be one, because I'm not happy about that. Now, let me think for a moment. Yeah, I know how I can do this. Give me a moment. As far as it goes in my stash, by the way, I would have, actually just sitting here now, bearing in mind I have 2 stash locations. Yeah, I know, right? And bearing in mind I have the 3 kits in progress and another one sort of on, well, another 2 on the back burner, 3 on the back burner, really. And just sitting here now, I know I've got, now there'll be 8 there, 12, 16, 23 odd kits there, and probably another, for fuck's sake, but possibly 70 in the other room. Now, I know for a fact that's not as full on as it sounds either. Now, let's see if I can find, because I had begun to cannibalize parts from one of my multitudinous bits of numbers of what? Oh shit! I've got those other biscuits in. Shit! Excuse me, right, guys. Now, oh, parfait. C'est bon. Why am I speaking French? Never mind. Now, to oven off, light off. Winner. That's them done. Now, getting back to finding this extra canopy if I can. Now, excuse me. Not there. There's a box. I'm looking specific. Aha! Now, what I suspect is the case with this canopy is, yes, Roy. No, that's not the one I'm looking for. It's not, although, no, that's definitely not the one I was looking for. Robin. But, no. Where is the one that I was cannibalizing? Aha! Now, yes, this is the one I was looking for. Now, if we get can we find the canopies for this one? Right, now as I thought, give me a moment. There's a way around this little conundrum, gentlemen and ladies. It's going to require a bit of finesse. Because they've got a one-piece one. Well, I don't know if finesse is the right word, but we have the tools and we have the technology. So this we will now do. Now, if you've made any comments shortly ago, I wouldn't have seen them because I've been away from the computer, as you can imagine. Oh. Yeah, it just happens. Oh, look, you know what, guys? Here we go. Be damned. Be damned! I'm doing it. All right. Now, give me a moment. Excuse all the carnage. I'm moving house. So as you can imagine, it's just everything's everywhere. All right. So we've got those ones there. This is one that's I might as well get the fucking thing down, Rob. That, and what I'm going to do is extend that into the vehicle that was used, but they call it, what is it, the W24 variant, which was used by Nazi High Command. Got a Thai bomber there, or it's a Japanese bomber, but with Thai markings. Condor, which I can turn into Hitler's personal aircraft. Warspite, Viking in progress. I've actually still got that in progress somewhere. Zero, Corsair, F-51, BF-109K4, P-51D, P-51D, Newport, Fokker F1, no, DR1, Mustang, different Mustang to the one we're doing. That's parts of our current one. Lamborghini, Tiger in progress, not working on. If you look down here, you'll see there's a whole stack of figure ones, including a couple of cars. Now we come out through here. Dear, oh dear, oh dear, kids. And here we go. So yeah, various, those infantry ones there I was given. I might do the Greek warships some stage. That's the space thing. I originally got those personnel figures there to go with my kits, but that really hasn't rolled. Yeah, here we go. I got a whole stack of World War One. I'm not too keen on these Rodin kits. I got them because I wanted to do all the ones that, all the aircraft that Manfred and Richthofen flew. But the kits themselves are a bit dodgy, but the decals are all there. So I might yet work a way of something to do with them. So I do want to do that. As you can see, a shitload of 109s. These are all, that's a whole stack of Richthofen aircraft there. Here we go. There we go. But wait, there's more. I've got another Dakota as well. And here's a couple of things I got that are interesting. I have the Pegasus Bridge diorama starter thing from Italeri, and that's more of a space thing again. I do have a Horsa glider to go with it. So in that regard, if I wanted to, I could really deck it out quite neatly. I've got a Sunderland and a Sterling here from Italeri. I got them because when I first saw the Joys of Photo Etch, I went absolutely bunter for almost anything that I like, any aircraft that I liked that had photo etch. And I've always wanted to build a Sunderland and build a Sterling, and these ones had photo etch. So there you go. Yeah, it is a bit like a hobby store, man. Now, getting back to business after that little escapade. Up we go. But yeah, I have one of the things hang on, I've missed a few comments here. Excuse me, guys. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no more models. Yeah, whatever. When I was living with this chick, and I wasn't getting much modeling done because I just wasn't. But of course, you still buy stuff. You're still lining shit up, and I was getting a few kits in. It'd be like, where'd that come from? What? Oh, yeah, I was at the shops. Well, how much did that cost? Oh, not much. And so it would begin. We all know the drill. Anyway, getting back to the nitty-gritty. Oh, and you know what? Oh no, here we are. Yep, in we come. Now, this, good people, is a Canopy 109 E Canopy 1:72. Now, the issue here, this one has the markings that we require, but of course is one piece. However, and this is, we'll have to see how we roll on this one. We're going to require a bit of, no, we're not going to want to go too hard on the canopy. Now, somewhere here, yes, I do have. We'll use this. handle. And we're going to need to be a little cautious here. So I have little hand saws. Once I get the bloody things out, hopefully without cutting myself. There we go. Now, yeah, next year I'll be getting back to the stash. My plan is I want to do the Warspite. I want to do the Mercedes and the Condor. Now, along the way, that depends on as to how, because once I've finished my 3 Mustang aircraft, I want to get stuck in to do it because I'll continue my line of 109s. So this is the 109A, then we'll do the B, C, D, yada, yada, yada. But once I've finished the hang on, am I going the wrong way with this? Possibly. There we go. Mustangs, I want to start doing all the Spitfires, and in the final analysis I might do another Hurricane, in fact 2 Hurricanes. What I'll probably want to do now, we're going to want to hold this nice and steady. I might as well as trim that off now. Tricks here. I'm not sure how well this will work. We'll see. One way to find out, isn't there? Sprue cutters. Now, give me a moment. Just, yeah, that's good. Now, how's that going to sit for us? Oh, look at that. Oh, I see what the issue there is, but mostly I would suggest we're looking pretty sound. A couple of little tidy ups in the middle here, but that's easy enough to fix. That's just where I've failed to completely tidy up the sprue. Not the sprue, where it was attached to the sprue. Might clean up these edges on here a bit as well. But yeah, that should all be good for later on. What is the Was ist das? That doesn't look right or feel right. Anywho. Now. Yeah. Alrighty. Meanwhile, getting back to the job in hand. Letting that dry a bit longer won't do it any harm at all. Now, a bit of a file. Now, the remaining streams, and there's going to be a few interruptions to my streaming pattern because of moving house and being in hospital. On those other streams, I will be just working on the Viking because I've got to start packing shit away, and I really want to minimize what I have out. All right. Now, next. how to do this now, because I don't want to just hold it with my hand. What we can do, give me a moment. No, it's not going to be sturdy enough. This will. So if we go, that actually will help us see where we want to saw too, I think. Now, maybe pull that back up a bit. Yeah, we're doing okay. We're doing all right. Get back to our groove. Don't know where that went, don't really care. But, now, yes, das ist gut. And you know what? That's even the appropriate language for the occasion. Now, well, I move house on Monday. Well, I get the keys on, and here's how this rolls out. I'm on a very tight timeline. On Monday, I get the keys. Now, I'll still be able to, that's not till 11 in the morning. I plan to have everything packed before Monday, or at least the bulk of it. But I'll do a stream on Monday, and that'll be on the Viking. I'll probably do one on Sunday as well, also Viking. Tuesday, not on. Not going to happen. Wednesday, not going to happen. That's when the removalists are here. Thursday, if we're with a bit of luck, all being well, because there may be a few issues with internet connections and stuff, I'll be on. And then I won't be on until Tuesday, because I go into hospital on Friday. Have my hip done that day. And while I come out on the, sorry, just concentrating for a moment there, on the Monday, of course, I won't be back until, well, whenever, but I won't be, and I certainly probably won't want to do a stream, even if I was back in time. As to whether I'm on that Tuesday will depend to some extent on how I'm feeling, how I'm pulling up. I want to get on to doing all manner of shit as soon as it's humanly possible, because being unable to do shit is not something that holds much appeal to me. So I'm not alone in this. We're getting there. This is moving a little. One thing I will say about this process of getting that out, even if I get that completely out and don't get on to doing any, because I've got a few things to attend to today, as you would expect. But even if I don't get on to actually doing the canopies, just if we can get that out and isolate it and have it looking such that we can work with it, I think we'll have done well, because we'll have a nicer looking canopy for our trouble. And how close are we to done? Pretty close. That's good. I need to do a little bit of filing to get it to the right point. Much happier about that, I tell you. I will be, and I'll show you in due course. Yay, team. All right. Now, come here, yay. Oh, nice one, Rob. All right. Yeah, good one. Done well. All right. Let me just catch my breath a bit on that one. God, that's so much relief. I feel like I should have a cigarette. Now this won't go into the box with that on, and that's fine. We just take that off. So yeah, now give me a moment. Here's our now when I'm doing the filing here, I might as well do the filing on those bits of the fuselage that were getting in the way. I might even put the fuselage together. Yes, I might. But first, let us there we go. Right. Very good. Now, okay, here we go. That's actually a pretty good job. I might need to get cardboard behind this, we'll see. So what I've managed to get out is, you'll notice, we have all our bars on this one. Hang on, guys. I'll do this better for you. You can't really see what I'm on about, I don't think. Here we go. Now, there we go. So as you can see, we have in fact, you can even see by the reflection that there's the bars in place for us to paint. Nice, and it will require a little bit of filing. Now, as opposed, the reason I prefer that one to the one that's provided, and I've just seen I've left some blades out of that scalpel container. Here we are. Is because this one, as you can see, hopefully in a minute, does not have any of that sort of detail. So I think that what we've done there, curiously it does on the other parts. Or does it? Hang on. Rubbing. There should be one there as well, and one there. That I can possibly get a little arbitrary with. Anyway. Yeah, as I thought, there should be bars there too. Did I? Hang on. Manage. Oh, well, maybe. This is the back portion. The front portion of this kit's okay, but it's the back portion that's also lacking a bit of detail. Now, give me a moment. We might. I'm going to want to hit this with a bit of a look at some goggles. Jesus. Well, it'll almost become quite an irrelevancy, but we'll leave that discussion there. Now, I know I can see the central beam there. Goggles. Now, Jesus, knocking shit everywhere, peeps. Now, give me a moment while I looks like this is going to be our rear piece. The reason I'll give me a moment and get the tweezers at an angle where I can really show why. It's the same sort of deal. The other one doesn't have. You'll see how. Let me see. There's printed bars on that. We'll use those. Now, so for that little bit of, I'm actually really pleased with how cleanly the sawing came up too. Zoom out for a bit. Now we'll need to do a wee bit of filing just to smooth those edges off. And yeah, then we're going to tidy up those little areas on the fuselage of the 109. Nice. We're not going to paint these today. And this is the front. Strangely, the front of this one's okay, but we'll tidy this up a bit. And then we'll pop all of these back in that bag. But at least now we have a set of bars we can base our painting on. And now I have a canopy I can be reasonably happy with. Jesus. Or will be. It's looking a bit rough at the moment, and there's a point there that needs a bit more filing. Not quite yet. Almost. There we go. All right. So, that took a bit of effort, but it's worth doing, I think. from the viewpoint of, in the end, we'll get a better result, because this way I can have an open canopy as well. Yes, there's a big win. Well, I can have an open canopy with that, but it's not going to look as nice. So not only will I have an open canopy, I'll have a nice open canopy. Now, next, we'll pop these back. Into here for the time being. In you go. Jolly good. Now, next, up here a bit. Kind of curious to see how this is binding. All right, let's have a look. Winning. Winning. Yeah, there we go, kids. Fuselage has travelled well. That's what we want. Yeah. You get over here. Now, there's a bit of mucky muck here that was causing sternum and dranum. That's the wrong words, but it'll do for the time being. File. Get off of there, I ask you. That's better. There we go. That's better. Yeah. Now, let's try it this time. Look at that. We've got a slight issue there, do we? Not quite sitting how I would like it. What are our issues here? That's pretty good there. No, we're good. It's okay. I think I have, of course. Yeah, let's just let that settle. It's not wanting to be faffed around at the moment. Oh, no! And I've just knocked the stay cool. This is not actually as bad as it could be. Give me a moment. I tell you, boys and girls. Okay, this is not the outcome I was wanting, as you can gather. The only thing I knock off of the cockpit, though, give me a moment. Nothing has been knocked off apart from the yoke, and I found that in one look. Very lucky. So lucky. Okay, this is okay. Now, what I might do. Here we go. Here's the plan. Oh, hey, John, how you doing? Here's a plan. I want to get obviously I want that back in, so we'll do that. Whilst this is out, and unfortunately we have not completed one of the objective I wish to today, so I may have to do that off stream. Although, would I be willing to do it on Sunday? I would. I would. Because that's a day I can consider it. Now, so what I'm thinking is I'm going to get that in. We're going to clean up our seams here. See if there are any other areas that are going to cause us concern with regards to getting the fuselage together. Maybe even just clean off some of this paint sort of stuff. But first, let's get this back in. It's a bit frustrating, but at least we got this fixed. Pretty happy about that. Now, I would suggest, where's that floor gone? Do I want to go bare hands or do I want to go tweezers? Bare hands. All right. Now, the back's starting to play up. So I would suggest, as is my knee, this is almost certainly going to be one of the, I'll be winding things up soon. Come here. Okay, maybe I do need tweezers. These ones will do it. Give me a moment. Oh, up you come. Well, there we go. It's not quite straight though. Maybe if I go from this angle. There we go. All right. So we fixed that up. Didn't lose anything from dropping it. All right. Now. Oop, I forgot. I should have zoomed you out. Sorry. It's a bit. Anyway. So let's see. How nicely does it go together without the floor? There's a bit of Ah, now there's a bit of rumpiness in there we need to address somewhere. Where is it exactly? I reckon I'm going to be well advised to file through there a bit. In fact, to be precise, right there. That's our area of issue, I think. If we can fix that whilst the give me a moment, chaps and ladies, and however you wish to be identified. That might be a solution achieved. Not quite. Although, yeah, there's still, yeah. Oh, look at that. Now that's getting rumped. That's why. All right. There's a whole stack of, really, people. Having a bad. I shouldn't call myself, today, I shouldn't call myself Rob the Builder. I should call myself Rob the bloody mucky mucker. Dear, oh dear. We'll fix that. That's not helping. You know what? While we're here, we're going hard. We are going hard. Okay. Right. Now, let's just check. What's it like without anything in there at all? Still fiddly as fuck for how it is. So, okay. Right. Now, one thing we're going to help our cause with is clarifying this by clearing it out with the paint. I don't think that's helping our cause at all. So I'm not feeling a clear and distinct sort of click when the this tail part goes in, and it could be as simple as that paint being too thick. That will have that effect sometimes. Oh, hey Jeff, how are you doing? Now, well, it's been a bit of a mixed outcome of range of outcomes on Astro. Although I suppose one could argue that even with 109 giving us the fisting of fury, that it has, however, had the benefit of improving the way it's going to go together, and we did at least get the canopy sorted in a very cool sort of a way. And let's clean this shit up. Let's see if that helps us get some definition as to where. We'll do the same on this. One of the things I was actually shown with regards to a friend of mine showed me how to do a lot of what I do with kids. And he showed me how to clean up the seams. And this is basically explained that paint, just a single level of layer of paint, can actually add quite a lot of thickness to it, to something. There you go. So if we do that, that's much nicer. Straight away, though, much nicer there. Right. So what we need to do. So there's a lesson for you, kids. If you're having some conundrums like that, do check your whatchamacallits. Yes, that's the term. Your whatchamacallits. Yes. Your seams. Make sure they're nice and clean. Now, right, what we're going to do as well, just to help our cause further, knowing that this is where the dash goes, we're going to clean that up out a bit. There. So we go on there, yeah. That's probably what the problem was before. Give me a moment. I think I have spotted what was causing our conundrums. For this I'm using Revel, this needle nose. I find it generally pretty solid. Now give me a moment. There we are. Right, gotcha. Now, this should go together very smoothly now. This without anything, of course. Let's line that up. Right, yes, very good. So, that's a good start at any given time, is knowing that your kit will actually go together as you wish it to. That might sound like a facetious thing to say. This nose is a bit rumpty, but whatever. Anyway, mind you, once we get things inside, it's a bit of a different kettle of fish now, isn't it? All right, dashboard can go back in. Then I am probably going to wind the stream up. Now. There we go. Yeah, it was totally worth doing that, I think. As far as that, I'm referring to, give me a moment, there we go. Doing that filing stuff, I actually felt to go click in. Always a good feeling at any given time. All right. Now, excuse me a moment. I just noticed. come here. Slightly leaning. All right. Now, where was I? I forgot to say where I put the dash. There. Glue. If you can't quite see which one, the parts I'm working on. There's the parts I'm working on. And we'll zoom out just a little. Maybe right, I don't know. So, we just go into here. Here we go. And now, adding colour, an anonymous group of Latin American meatpacking glitterati. Cheesy grin from the big man. If you can name the song that line is from. There we are. Let me just, yeah. There we go. We're just going to let that sit. So we've got our dash back in. We've got our yoke back in. Might re-glue that later. We got we cleaned up our assembly of the 109 fuselage. So now we know that'll happen, or should happen, quite happily for us. Now, things I am happy that I got done today are we improved our canopy, no end, because this doesn't have any markings, but I managed to produce one that does from another kit. So this was one piece, not in my lifetime, so I filed that down. I sawed it off, filed it down. We'll give that a polish, and then we'll paint it appropriately, and that will be our canopy. So we improved our canopy by getting a one-piece canopy and then just sawing it. I might want to drop those back in for us there, Rob. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. And the other very important thing we got done today, but not on the 109, was on the P51B. And that was making sure that these two parts here are now bound, because that creates that triangle there that in you just like right in there that will therefore hold our wings. So we did get quite a lot done, just not quite all yeah, never mind. Alrighty. So bit of a mixed bag today. Didn't get everything going our way, but never mind. If that's the biggest issue I face today, I'm doing all right. Now, first-time viewers, thank you for watching. We know what I'm about to ask you to do, and that is follow, like, or subscribe. Other platforms, if you'd like to track me down on Facebook and YouTube, I am Rob the Builder, and on Instagram and Twitch, I am Robster the Builder. Again, follow, like, or subscribe. Tomorrow I will not be on. I will be trying to fish. What I say trying is that going to be pretty sore. That's all right, because I can't take any anti-inflammatories tomorrow, so it's all fun and games. Yeah. Sunday I'll be back on though, and I'm thinking we're going to see about getting that 109. Well, I didn't. Glad you enjoyed it, Bassman. So thanks for watching. We're going to get done on the 109 what we didn't achieve today. But again, at least we got some good work done. I'm overall pretty happy. There are far worse outcomes than not quite getting the fuselage together, and in many ways we improved it. So, and we got that little tweak on the P51B, which is a big thing on its own. So, with all of that waffling done, as I said, I won't be back tomorrow, but I will be back on Sunday. Note, that's my Sunday. I think for you guys in the US and possibly Europe, that's mostly Saturday. Similar sort of a time. So, yeah, so all that's really left for me to say is I'll be back on Sunday/Saturday at a see you, Pete. At a similar kit time and on the same kit channel. Hopefully I'll catch you good people then. See yous. Yeah, my pleasure, David.